My next test. My next test. My next test is that my body is giving out. Like I've worked my entire life and my body is giving out. I don't know what's going to happen because how would you say it? I don't know what's going to happen because my knees they hurt a lot. You know, I go back and forth from here to another neighborhood called the Forestal. I live in a neighborhood here in Durango called Chulas Fronteras, and there's this neighborhood close by that's I don't know, like maybe a mile away, and and I have to go over there to sweep the Catholic Church, the Santa Cecilia Catholic Church inside the Forestal, and I go over there and I help out the some of the people there. You know, they need to their street to be swept, the front of their house to be swept. I wash this lady's car, and I have been doing it for like for more than 3 years already. You know, I've been doing these small tasks. You know, I also clean these apartments. I maintenance these apartments, the area, the garage and stuff like that, the street area, and so I'm going back and forth, and I carry like a broom, a dustpan. I carry like bags for trash. I carry bottles of ice to be drinking water, cold water, while I'm working, and so I carry a lot of stuff. And the bike that I have is heavy. The bike that I have is real heavy. It's one of them old bikes, like and so it's extremely heavy, and I'm heavy, and then with the stuff that I'm carrying, and then plus while I'm over there, while I'm over there, I go to Walmart, I go to Waldo's, I go to different stores to buy groceries, to buy food for the week, and it gets heavy. The entire bike gets heavy, and then there's like sometimes well, the church, the dirt, I throw the dirt inside the church. I throw the dirt inside the church, and and but when I sweep other areas, sometimes I bring the dirt, from the street, because there's a lot of dirt, at least 2 or 3 kilos of dirt, and you're to say, where does so much dirt come from? You know, if the entire city, is like that, where does so much dirt come from? But anyways, I bring it back this way, and I deposit it in on the outside, and how would you say that it gets heavy, like all this pressure, like how would you say it? Me, the bike, the groceries, the stuff that I carry, the dirt, it's all very heavy, and then um, all this pressure goes to my knees, to my knees, and my knees hurt a lot. And so lately, I haven't been able to, I haven't been able to, I haven't, like, my knees, they hurt a lot. And so I'm not able to, like, ride the bike and be pushing all this stuff uphill, because it's kind of like like on the it's kind of slanted from here to over there, and well, vice versa, you know in different areas. It's not like, in the states, for the most part, everything is flat and level. In some cities, right? Not everywhere, right? But here, there's a it's there it's slopey, you know, it's slanted, the streets are slanted, and so sometimes you're going uphill and it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. And so this is my next test, and I don't know what's going to happen because my knees, they're giving out. And I started to walk the bike, and I started to take a little bit of, I mean, I think that, you know, that if I walk the bike, it's going to take me a little bit more time, but that I would prefer it to take me more time because, you know, I say to myself, you know, um, when I'm riding the bike, like there's these other people that draw near, that are coming at me with their bikes, that are throwing their cars at me. People that are how would you say it, walking. Like this is Durango, like you know what I'm saying. This is the capital of Durango. I don't know why there's bikes. You know, I don't know why there's bikes. So many bikes. You know, you would think that you know the poorest person would have like this very cheap car, you know, and or you know, like cuz I don't know, like I have noticed that, you know, that when in 2000, in the year 2000, in the year 2010, you know, that the that the bikes had disappeared, that everybody, like in the ranches, I noticed that everybody had, you know, motorcycles. You know, everybody had motorcycles. You know, if you were poor, you had a very cheap Italica, you know. And that's, you know, the bikes, no one used them, but for some reason there's bikes everywhere here. There's how would you say it, uh, people in bikes that are coming at me, and they're like low lives. You know, they're drug addicts. You know, and you could tell from far away, and so it all gets me agitated. You know, and people in cars, they throw their cars at me. You know, sometimes, and it gets me agitated, and it gets me to go faster a little bit. And I've noticed, you know, and I crashed the other day, you know, a little bit, and I tell myself, you know, if I keep this up, I'm gonna end up getting run over. I'm gonna end up crashing and or getting run over, and something's gonna happen to me. And then nobody is going to help me, you know. In my life, I've gotten hurt numerous times, and nobody cares. Like I've asked for help and no one cares. You know, I end up taking care of myself, and I tell myself, if I keep this up, if I keep this up, I'm gonna end up getting hurt. And so I started to walk the bike, and I feel a lot better, you know. Um the last time that I went to work in the Forestal, I, what do you call it? I walked the bike all day, you know, and it takes a little bit more time, you know. I guess you could say a lot of time, but I think it's a lot safer, and that in the long run, it's gonna, how would you say it, keep me from getting hurt, and that in the long run, you know, it will be a lot easier. And it does seem a lot easier. I just did it, you know, for the first time, and it feels a lot better. I feel less stressed, how would you say it, scared, less, how would you say it, filled with anxiety. I feel a lot better walking the bike, you know. And my knees, you know, they feel a lot better. They feel at least a little bit better, and I want to see what happens. And well, I just wanted to say that this is my next test, and my next test in life, you know. And we'll see what happens, man.